going to do a read for Leo. Leo, what do you want in love? And what are you getting? What do you want? What are you getting, Leo? Let us see. Thank you for watching my channel. If you'd like a read, I am giving reads. $22 is my lowest one, recorded read. That's pretty damn good. My information is in the description box. And sign up if you feel like it. All right, what does Leo want in love? Leo wants passion, a new start, feeling the spirit, the fire. You have learned how to restore peace in the midst of the storm, okay? You've learned to kind of rest in the unknown. You've learned to not make a decision, or learn that when there is no decision to make, to just allow, okay? For some of you, you might have been in relationships where it didn't move and there was a lot of indecisiveness. And for some of you, you were in relationships where you had to make a decision to go through that same cycle again and go through all the hurt and pain that cycle had to offer, or whatever that cycle did. You've learned to know in your choosing whether, like, you've learned that if you choose a specific path, you'll do the same cycle again. And if you choose a new path, you won't. And I feel like some people don't realize that. And so I feel like you have learned that. Like, if I do that and I go in this direction, that same thing will happen again. You're aware of that pattern. What holds you back is your mind a little bit. I think you're a little weary, and I think you're almost, I feel like at this point you have a lot of mental clarity as to what you want. And so I actually think it's a good thing. Like, you're not going to jump into just any relationship, Leo. I think you're going to jump in, and this is not very Leo, right? There's a few lessons you learned in the mental realm, right? And your heart's ready, because I feel like you're really learning your truth. You're learning how to discern funky, illusory behaviors with true behaviors. Like, what do I want to say? You know, there's just been some mental instability in the past with either your person or sometimes within you. And you have a strong hold on it. Either you can tell if someone's like not very stable and has, you can tell if their mind isn't sound enough to really engage in a relationship. And also, your mind is sound enough to engage in a healthy relationship moving forward. Your heart's ready too, because your heart is aligning with your mind. Okay, so your mind is sort of taking orders from your heart, so to speak. So you're living through your heart, your love, your presence, your true authentic self. You're not playing any games, and you're not dealing with anybody who's playing games, nor do you want to. You might have come out of that kind of situation in previous relationships, and your games, meaning just doing things without really like thinking about it, right? Like just kind of acting quickly, having some mental problems, like not that that's bad or good, but you know, not having a sound mind, making poor decisions, moving too quickly, that kind of stuff. You're you know, following addictive patterns from the past, that kind of thing. You're really like, you know, you're really in a place where your heart knows the truth and you know your heart's truth. There's a good relationship between the heart and the mind. Okay. Your mind definitely feels, your mind's been defeated, okay? So whatever previous relationships that you've been into, Leo, you felt like heartbroken. You felt defeated. There has been a breakdown of mental control, right? Trying to control things in the mental realm. So you've released sort of your mind's desires and moved into your heart's desires of what you want. Okay. And Spirit's just saying, like, stay with your breath. I do feel like there's possible you might be, there's a lot of air here. There's a lot of air signs coming in. You might be calling in an air sign as well. I'm yawning, which is air, right? Focus on, I feel like for some of you, just focusing on your breath. If you're ever, thinking about relationships or curious about somebody, just start breathing and feeling your body. And that breath is your spirit. It is the life force. And I feel like it'll tell you. It'll give you information. I feel like on some kind of spiritual level, like your breath is going to guide you. Also, the breath moves into your heart space. Imagine the breath moving into your heart space. Your heart knows the truth, and it will bring you more truth. So if you're entangled in any kind of situation that's not over yet, or your mind still feels defeated, do this breath work. Moving the breath, the life force, your divine intelligence into your heart space, and allow it to just be. Feel it, and there are messages in that. Yeah, but you're ready for something passionate, something new. You've kind of gotten out of the monkey mind a bit in relationship. You've chosen not to go down the same path over and over again. That's something that your ancestors, or not your ancestors, but people in the past have done, people who have done in your family. Things that you've done in the past, you're not doing again. You've learned your lessons. You choose not to. You're not quite ready. You still need to release some of the, there's a little bit more of like ego deaths on its way, where you really release the mind from worrying about or having anything to do with who you attract. Except the discerning mind, the mind that cuts out things that aren't good for you. You're really embodying that. You're going to meet, though, somebody pretty powerful, or somebody at your work. Maybe your boss, believe it or not. Somebody that you look up to. This person has a lot of pride, uses their will to get what they want. But this is something super divine. So, wow. I almost feel like in some sort of way, this person's very mysterious. You've met your match in some ways, Leo. Oh, this is a heavy energy at times. Okay. All right, Leo. All right. Okay, Leo, for some of you, there's somebody that's from your past that you haven't let go of, that's really heavy on you. And they deceived you. Okay, someone deceived you and did you wrong. They're very controlling. They have a shiny, peacock's feathers. They are very shiny, charismatic. And they deceived you, and you haven't let them go. They have a lot of pride. They get what they want, and it's heavy on you. And you've spent a lot of time waiting for them to change. They've made you feel very insecure. They pulled you out of your Leo energy. And they've made you've felt a lot of grief and sorrow and sadness when it comes to this person. I feel like you're releasing the grief. I feel like your heart is starting to heal quite a bit. I guess if that's one way of putting it. But you haven't quite let this person go. The High Priestess is in the center. So this is a spiritual relationship. It is teaching you somehow, okay? It's got that vibe of it's teaching you somehow that when you go outside and you chase something that's not good for you to find love, you can get hurt. It's almost like you can defeat yourself. You know, in a way, chasing this person is in a way making you embody these energies. Like chasing this person or desiring this person outside of you, oh my gosh, is making you embody these energies, like controlling, because you're chasing after them or desiring them instead of releasing and surrendering to what spirit wants to bring you. You're using your pride and your will. It's a very, very heavy weight. You're hanging on to them emotionally. It is controlling, and it's not really love. It's not. Real love is trust, and trust not them, trust the divine. Trust in your higher self. Okay, trust in the heart. And I feel like you're moving into that place from the previous read. But Spirit wanted to show me, like, when I asked, are you ready? You're not quite ready. You're moving into that place that we were talking about before. You know, where your heart rules, where your heart knows the truth, where when you stay in the present moment, right? And you breathe that life force in and you know your truth. And you'll get those downloads and you'll get the self-love, okay? All the energy that you've used on this person, and I feel like you're recovering from it at this point, is energy you could be using to love yourself, okay? This person has showed you areas of yourself that you do not accept, and it's time for you to accept them. I think you know that already. This person is you know, and for some of you, I feel like you did make the choice not to do this again. For some of you, you had an opportunity. I think this person comes knocking on your door just when you're starting to feel better, and then you choose. Oh, and sometimes you choose to be with them, and then down the same path you go, where they don't give you enough. They're very controlling. They're even deceitful. Honestly, they use their words and their energy and their power to sway you their way with no intention to go deeper than Princess of Wands, you know, just shallow, and it's all kind of for their own glory. But if you flip it around as a mirror, you receiving them is for your own glory, to fulfill some emptiness within yourself, because they remind, like, you somehow in the distortion of thinking, or you had thought that attaining them, you would complete your own, like, brokenheartedness or your own emptiness, right? Your own loneliness within, or your own not feeling good enough or worthy enough, or whatever that hole is, okay? I'm just giving suggestions. I'm not saying that those are it for you. I mean, we all have the trauma. We all have the separation, awareness that we are separate. If that's the right way of putting it, because truly, in truth, we're not separate. So the pain of feeling the illusion of being separate, and chasing after them, thinking that you can fulfill that hole, when all you have to do is remember that you are whole, right? And so I think you're doing that. You're going inside. You're knowing your truth. You're aligning with the divine. The consciousness of the divine is involved in all of this to show you and reveal yourself to yourself. Okay, I think you are dumping the grief. I think you're like, no more grief. I'm not like grief is bad. It's more like, sorry, not grief. You're grieving this person for sure, but you're coming on the end of that cycle of grieving. You're dumping shame and regret, shame and guilt. That's it. And you're moving into your heart space for sure, and your strength. Because there's still a little bit like left over of this before you move into that new relationship that you're calling in, and you are calling it in. Are you ready right now at this moment? Spirit says not right now at this moment. You need to turn this upright, the Eight of Cups, where you totally cut those emotional ties. And in the previous spread, you were in the King of Swords, right? So you are in this place where you can do this. You can cut this out, okay? But you just have a little bit of love left and you're hanging on. But you need to move into this single energy. You need to be completely in this single energy before you can do a new work with a new person involved with spirit included this time. Spirit needs you to be whole within before you start dividing out again, right? And then you move into the Ten of Pentacles, okay? So being single, right? And then coupled with spirit involved, and then you build a life together. And that is in your future. So you just got to move more into this single energy, release the past, release any expectations, And just have trust. Release the illusion. Move out of the illusion that you're separate. And yeah, marriage with the King of Wands. Boom. Marriage with the King of Wands. Let's do some other energies. Somebody you're attracted to. Somebody that's very charming. Kind of similar to this energy, but something that's going to be good for you. Or what this is trying to say is you're balancing out. The King of Wands is going to get their karma, which is the aspect of you. You're removing and dissolving those aspects of you that chase the outside, external, for your validation. This person does this all the time and lives their life that way, right? That's why you called it in as a mirror. As you do this work, they will get theirs too. And you will see once, you know, and I feel like you're starting to see as you come around into the new cycle, that if they live the rest of their life this way, you know there's no happiness and peace in that. Because they're looking external. They're manipulating using charm, using their money, using their power, using their pride. You know what that means. The Emperor has no clothes is what it means. And everybody pretending. Everybody knows the Emperor has no clothes. Everybody knows this person is what this person is. Okay? It's not this beautiful, mystical, they know. But they're the Emperor, right? So the Emperor gets to walk around in a parade naked and everybody just pretends that he has no clothes on, or he has clothes on, right? Anyway, this person, possibly a Gemini, twin flame, maybe the other person's a twin flame, Saturn return, the other person might be older, going through their Saturn return, you might be going through your Saturn return. This new person might be a Sagittarius. Also, for some of you, when you complete the cycle is when you move into this Jupiter energy of expansion. And it's a blessing. This new cycle is a complete blessing to you, Leo. Yeah. It's you're just going through a transformation. I think you're on the end of the transformation. You need to fully release this person. The most important message I'm getting actually in this is, where's those two cards? Where'd it go? Yeah, where's the 9? 10, 3, 9. Release this person completely and move into 9 of Pentacles, which is the Empress, pre-Empress energy of receptive mode, and allow Spirit to bring you what Spirit wants to bring you, and don't worry about the external. You're already whole and complete. You are above and beyond the energies of this Emperor. And let go of control. You have let go of the control of trying to make the external work. Okay? The external is just a reflection of your internal. So just go inside and receive, move into receptive mode. Trust Spirit, that Spirit's going to bring you exactly what you need. And you don't choose. Like it's new love. New love is coming for you, Leo. After all of that, it's new love. Okay, so just move. Allow yourself to be single for a while, because you're not going to be. And yeah, oh my gosh, it's just all about trust, Leo. Trust Spirit that you're this new love's coming in for you, because it is. Okay, release the past. Okay, this is so much better. So much better. When you release that past, you're going to release those control aspects within yourself. And you're going to flow free down the rivers in the waters of Spirit and life, okay? That's all I have for you, Leo. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for being here. And, yeah, take care.